Before Fantastic Four comes out, there's another Marvel movie,
Oh,
Thunderbolts. Are you hyped for Thunderbolts?
not at all.
Honestly, I feel like one of the motivations behind the Avengers Doomsday reveal was to show that all the Fantastic Four characters are going to be in it and that basically all the Thunderbolts characters are going to be in it. Maybe in some sort of attempt to, encourage people to go watch those movies because you're going to need to know what happens. So far, not looking great for Thunderbolts. Marvel's Thunderbolts tracking for fair $70 million US opening. Now, fair is all a relative term, I suppose. Captain America Brave New World opened to $89 million opening weekend, the normal 3-day weekend just a few months ago. Didn't turn out very well for them. And depending on what site you go to, you get a little different interpretation. Marvel's Thunderbolts eyes an Eternals-sized opening at the box office. Well, Eternals was kind of a failure, wasn't it? Don't know why you want to compare it to that. And then there's others just are straight up like this. Marvel's Thunderbolts projected a flop worse than Brave New World. This is over at Cosmic Book News. But look, this is just projection and tracking. And we know from Minecraft that projections can be horribly, horribly wrong. Minecraft made double what we saw the projections.
Yeah.
However, those are typically for a little bit more kind of family-oriented movies that typically overperform in that type of way. You don't have the same type of tracking, a lot more walk-up business. Don't know if the same will be true for Thunderbolts. It's a virtual given that the 2025 summer box office will get off to a bigger start than last year when Marvel's Thunderbolts flies into theaters over the first weekend of May. However, the anti-hero comic book pick still has its work cut out for it. According to the tracking, the tentpole's headed for a domestic debut in the $63 million to $77 million range with a target of $70 million. While a fair number in and of itself, that's on the lower end for an MCU title opening in summer. I would say so. We can sort by the biggest opening weekends we've seen, Jay, from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We got to scroll all the way down. If it's $70 million, let's see where that places it.
Keep going.
Below Black Widow, below Ant-Man and the Wasp, below Shang-Chi, below Eternals. Now, it would be above Thor, Captain America, the Incredible Hulk that came out fucking 15 years ago. So if you actually inflation adjust, those numbers are way higher than 70 million. Ant-Man, inflation adjusted, still probably higher because that came out 10 years ago. And of course, you have the lowest of the low, the Marvels. If it opens in that less than $70 million range, it will be virtually the second worst opening weekend that we've seen when you factor in inflation. And this shouldn't be surprising because these characters in and of themselves are kind of throwaway characters, with the exception of Bucky. And I just don't know if they're going to drive excitement. Now, the ironic part is, I think the Thunderbolts could be maybe one of the more entertaining MCU movies that's come out in the past several years, but I don't know if anyone's going to fucking care.
No, the days of just slapping Marvel on a film and people showing up for it are long gone. I remember when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, and a lot of people that never even heard of those characters or anything before, they went to see that because the overall story, the Thanos story was being progressed. So it was like, let's go check it out. And then of course they fell in love with the characters of Guardians, and then it had its own little trilogy. This is just a movie that they just threw out there that I don't, why make it, and why are you releasing it today? Like in May, like there's no point in seeing the film. It's not really moving any story. We're not in the middle of any, like the Fantastic Four, whatever, Galactus, Kang, or anything. We're not in any of that. So it's just a random movie with, like you said, throwaway characters. So why would people be enticed to go see it? I guess the real thing is it's it will be the word of mouth that carries this thing if it does good or does nothing. But if it's a poorly made film, people will see it like, it sucks. Don't waste your time. It'll be on streaming in a month. You can watch it with Captain America, do a double feature at home, and that'll be the end of it. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah. If this is a movie that comes out 6 years ago, You're probably going to have enough people invested just to see how it ties in everything else. Then it does have that it is a Marvel movie, but I do not see that happening so far. I've heard mixed things about it in general from people who have seen it. Some people think it's really fucking good, and some people think it's very meh.
The thing is, they were saying that about Snow White too. There were people that were like, "Hey, my friend saw it and said, hey, there's no woke in Snow White. It's actually pretty good. You guys might like it." Like there was a lot of people trying to spin that. Especially the crazy supernova, like that was holy crap. What a crazy thing to say about a movie that did terrible.
It's also going to be, it's all dependent on, right? Just because somebody saw something and they like this and they like that, that doesn't mean that the next person is going to feel the same way, right?
Correct.
You and me can go see something and feel vastly different about it in general. Jeremy and I could go see something and feel vastly different about it in general.
Right.
So,
but if it's a high percentage of people saying, no, it's pretty decent, you guys will enjoy it. Maybe it will do. Maybe it'll break even. Who knows? I just don't see. I don't know anyone talking about this film. I don't see anyone excited about this film. I don't see. Even when we mentioned it, the chat was like, "What movie? I forgot that was even come." People were saying, "I forgot that was even coming out." So, it takes a lot to get people to spend their hard-earned money to go out and spend it at a theater nowadays. Which I think more people will probably go see Minecraft just to see if the police will show up and kick people out than anything else.
I don't want to get fucking popcorn all in my hair.